Hi, my name's Heath of Heath, Riles Barbecue. Today we're cooking up grilled ribeye steak sandwiches on the Royal Oak Ambassador Series. Let's get started. All right, the first thing I did was fire up my PK360 with some Royal Oak lump charcoal. Once I've got it going, I've got my steaks out of the pack. The first thing I want to do is season up with a little bit of olive oil here, drizzle that on. I'm going to start with a base layer of my everyday rub, and I'm going to come back with a good heavy dose of my beef rub. So let's get these flipped over a little bit up there. And I'm just going to let these hang out and get ambient about 15 minutes, like I said, before my grill comes up. I've already chopped my onions and peppers, got my mushrooms open. So once we put our steaks on, we went ahead and put our cast iron skillet on our grill. It's coming up to temp 2. We'll put our peppers and onions in it, and while the steak's cooking, the peppers and onions are cooking. We'll be right back. We've got our steaks seasoned and they're resting. Our grill's coming up to fire. There's only one thing left to do. I want to make some bourbon mayo. Take some regular mayo. We have about a half a cup. Now I'm going to take some Jack Daniels here, and you want to do a splash of bourbon in whatever you're going to have. You can do cheap to expensive. It does not matter. They actually make it with Beam's 8-star. I'm going to use a little bit of my beef rub in it. He just uses salt and pepper in his. So I just want to mix it up, and that little bit of bourbon taste shines through in the mayo. You want to get it mixed up and get it in the fridge to marry. This makes it excellent on steaks. We've got our PK360 fired up. You can see we've got our skillet on it. It's going to be screaming hot. I've got a little bit of olive oil in it. I'm going to move it off the fire here and kind of spin the handle around where I can get to it. Now, the first thing I want to do is take and add about, I don't know, maybe 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of butter in there. Now, I'm going to get my mushrooms down. I'm going to go ahead and put my peppers and my onions in and get them down. All I'm going to do for seasoning, I'm going to use a little bit of my beef rub, and I want to use some Worcestershire sauce for a little bit of depth. Now, you want to get these mixed around and start letting them saute. But what I am going to do is go ahead and put my ribeye steaks on it. I'm just going to do a turn process. I want to cook them till they get about medium rare where I can slice them for this steak sandwich. They're going to be like a reverse sear. I'm going to swap those mushrooms and those onions around a little bit in a minute and get them over the fire once I get a sear on these steaks. All right, our steaks have been on the grill about 10 to 12 minutes. That 122, 123 mark. I think we're going to be good to pull them, let them rest, and we're going to get our steak sandwich built. Our steaks are off the grill, so is our peppers and onions. Now, I did take the liberty of taking our bread that we bought, this fresh baked from Kroger. I sliced it open, put it on the grill to warm it up a little bit and get a little toast action on it. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is take our bourbon mayo and start smearing some in that bread. Now, once you get your mayonnaise on your sandwiches, you want to take at least 2 pieces of provolone, and we're going to put on each one. Like that. I'm going to start by slicing into one of them, and oh, these things are going to be juicy and good. Oh yeah, look at that right there. I'm going to start off by taking a little peppers and onions and mushrooms and putting in each one. Now, let's start building them. Now, just to finish off our steak sandwich, we want to take a little bit of our garlic butter, sprinkle on top of that cheese. Let's get it back on this grill to melt down. Woo, those look good. Let's cut one in half and taste it. Oh yeah, look at that. That's gonna be a good sandwich right there. Man, yeah, peppers, onions, mushrooms, cheese, medium rare steak. What more could a man ask for? For more great recipes featuring me and my products, be sure to check out RoyalOak.com.